So hello good people and welcome to this video. And in this video we're going to discuss about the Lightning Network. So I think if you have been in the crypto space for some good time right now, I think you have ever heard of the Lightning Network. So I'm going to show you something, and as you can see right now, I am in my Binance account. This is my website for my Binance account, and I'm going to show you something right now. So if you have been in the crypto space for quite some time now, I think you have one time tried to transact Bitcoin from, let's say, from your one wallet to another wallet. That is from, let's say, from your one exchange to another exchange, or from your exchange to your wallet, or let's say from your exchange to your friend. You might have tried to do the Bitcoin transaction, and you might have found that the Bitcoin transaction, the fees are higher, as you can see here on my screen. As of Binance, they charge a fee of $4.74 equivalent of Bitcoin for a Bitcoin transaction. This is a bit higher as compared to other blockchains or other networks. So as you can see right here on my screen, there is this Bitcoin, and this is the Bitcoin network, and there is also the Lightning network. So as you can see, as you can compare here, there is a little bit way much difference in the Bitcoin fees. So you might have wondered, or you might have come across this Lightning network, and you might have wondered, what is this thing? And in this video I am going to make a summary of what it is. So ensure you have subscribed to my account, and ensure you have watched the video to the end, that you may be able to get the knowledge about it. Not only that you are using something which is beneficial to you, yet you don't know what it is. So we are going to head to this web page, that is for the Caleb and Brown web page, and I found this blog very interesting and simple for us to go through it. So I could have done my summary aside, but there's no need for me to waste time, yet there is a good summary of what the Bitcoin Lightning network is right here on this Caleb and Brown blog page. So I'm going to do a summary of it, and what is the Lightning network? So the Bitcoin Lightning network, I'm going to read for you the key points and the key information that we are supposed to comprehend. So the Bitcoin Lightning network is a layer 2 solution that sits on top of the Bitcoin blockchain, a layer 1 protocol. So the Bitcoin blockchain is the layer 1 protocol, and the Bitcoin Lightning network is a layer 2 solution. So the Lightning network doesn't have a native token or a blockchain. So it doesn't have a token. So if you are well conversant with cryptocurrency, I think you understand what we mean by that. So it utilizes the Bitcoin's infrastructure, that is the Bitcoin itself and the blockchain, so to create payment channels that facilitate the flow of Bitcoin from one party to another, away from the base Bitcoin blockchain, in other words, off-chain. So the Lightning network, it utilizes the Bitcoin blockchain, or the Bitcoin, let's say the Bitcoin ecosystem, or the Bitcoin infrastructure, to ensure that payments have been done from one party to another. That is by ensuring that it enables transactions from one person to another, or from one party to another, using Bitcoin itself, but it does not use the Bitcoin blockchain itself. In other words, it is done off chain, because with the Bitcoin blockchain, it is quite slow and quite expensive, as we had seen. So the parties then conduct multiple Bitcoin transactions, although each isn't verified individually on the Bitcoin blockchain, because we have said it is done off chain here. So at the time of execution, on the Lightning's network, instead, all the transactions in the payment channel are eventually reflected on chain. That is, after every transaction has been done, or on the Bitcoin's network as a single transaction. So after you have transacted from one party to another, or after the transaction is done from one party to another, the transactions are eventually reflected on the Bitcoin's networks as a single transaction. So how is it done? So the Lightning Networks works by creating a payment channel between users. So it creates a payment channel between, let's say, me and you, and the payment channel is an agreement between the users to transact with each other off-chain. As I have said, or as we have read, it does not use the Bitcoin blockchain. It is done off-chain to avoid costs, delays on the or delays on of frequent on-chain Bitcoin transaction. So here is how it works. So please, this is the important part. Allow me to read this, and we will do the summary of it at the end. So here is how it works. The channel, it starts by channel creation. To create the payment channel, two users deposit an agreed upon amount of Bitcoin into a channel. This initial transaction creates a ledger. This is a very important point. This initial transaction creates a ledger on the Lightning Network to log the following transactions between the two users away from the Bitcoin's chain. So the Lightning Network creates a ledger between two users on the Lightning network itself, so that the transactions can be able to be done between me and you. So the transactions are done off-chain. Once the channel is created, the two users can transact with each other at a low cost. Each transaction is recorded in the ledger, which doubles as a balance sheet to keep track of the movement of funds. As long as the channel remains open, they can send unlimited transactions to each other. So here is when the channel closes. The channel can be closed at any time by either party. When this happens, all transactions are calculated. So each and every transaction that you have done between you and the other user, or between one party and another, they are calculated and they are consolidated. It's like they are settled into one single transaction that is posted to and finalized into the Bitcoin chain. So at this point, the correct balances are credited to each other's respective wallet on the Bitcoin network. So listen to this. So the transactions are done off-chain by Lightning Network, but after these transactions are completed, the channel is closed, and after the channel is closed, these transactions are settled into one single transaction. Even if you had done several transactions, as we had seen here, you can be able to do unlimited transactions between each other. These transactions are now settled when the channel is closing. These transactions are now settled into one single transaction, and that single transaction, now it is posted into the Bitcoin blockchain. Remember, the transactions occurred off the Bitcoin blockchain, but now, after everything is done, after the transactions are done, and now you want to close the transaction between you and the other user, these transactions are settled into one single transactions, and they are posted into the Bitcoin blockchain. So what this is an illustration of how the Lightning Network works. So let's say you want to buy something from a store, and the store accepts Bitcoin, and they also use the Lightning Network. So it will be you and your wallet. So you will be able to, you are the one who is only accessible to your wallet. So you will be able to transfer the value of money in terms of Bitcoin to the store that accepts Bitcoin, and it will be only from you. You will be able to access your wallet, and you will use the Lightning Network, and it will go directly to the store. That is how powerful the Lightning Network is. It's just like how you use your normal day-to-day modes of payment, like let's say the mobile money. It's you and the store. So that is the same way the Lightning networks happen. So the Lightning network was introduced to unburden the unburden how Bitcoin is, how the Bitcoin transaction is. It was introduced so that you can be able to unburden how the Bitcoin transaction is, because as you can see in this diagram, for a transaction to be completed, it has to undergo various blocks for it to be completed, not as how the Lightning Network works between the user and the store, or between the two parties. So that makes now transactions through Bitcoin very simple. So this is the advantage of using the Lightning Network. So we have instant payments, which Bitcoin doesn't have. As for Bitcoin, even if there is congestion, it can take up to 10 minutes or more time for the transaction to be complete. It is scalability. Its scalability is also important. While Bitcoin blockchain typically handles 70 TPS, Lightning can handle millions of them theoretically. This capacity dwarfs legacy payments systems such as the Visa network, typically processing 1700 TPS on average transactions per second. So the Bitcoin blockchain typically handles 7 transactions per second, while the Lightning network can handle millions transactions per second. So that is how the Lightning network is important theoretically, while Visa and these other networks, these traditional networks, let's say like Visa handles 1700 transactions per second on average. So it is also low cost, as we had seen here in Binance. We had seen that where it uses $0.09 equivalent of Bitcoin, as compared to Bitcoin blockchain network itself, which uses $4.74, which is equivalent to Bitcoin. $4.74 equivalent to Bitcoin, and it also has privacy. And as I can say, it is fast, because there's a time I remember whereby there was a jam. There was a congestion in the network, whereby you could have waited for quite some time for you to receive your money. So there is currently, since it was launched, people have been able to adopt it, and the Lightning network has seen an impressive growth. As of February 2023, the Lightning boasts upwards 6,100 online nodes, 23,000 active channels, and just over 5,300 BTC in capacity. An amazing global visualization of the Lightning network and its node connections can be seen below. So this is how it is being transacted from. So this is how the Lightning network is being used across the world, as you can see by that image. And this is an analysis of 2023. So imagine how it is as of this happy new year of 2025. So it has been able to enable people to adopt Bitcoin itself, and we are very grateful for it, since you can be able to transact faster, you can be able to use low transaction fees, and it also has confidentiality, as you had seen here. So that is all about the Lightning network. So ensure you have subscribed to my account, and I am going to drop a video of how we can be able to use the Lightning network from one party to another. I'm going to use the Blink wallet and my Binance exchange to do that. So ensure you have subscribed to my account so that you may be able to see such videos. Thank you for watching my videos.